Alright, so how's it going, you guys? It is Spidey64 Daytona back here again. And finally, I'm going to be bringing you my review of Marvel's latest movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming. So without further ado, let's begin with this review. The last time I done a movie review was on Cars 3, so obviously I'm going to be now reviewing Spider-Man: Homecoming as of right now. So let's get started. Just to go over all the Spider-Man movies in general. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I grew up with these movies. I have different opinions. So, yeah. First, we're just gonna go over them, like the original movies, and then the newer movies, and then this one. So the old movies. Let me restart. So the Tobey Maguire series, or the Sam Raimi series, as I like to call it. To be honest, the first ever Spider-Man movie, I thought it was pretty good. That's not that's not like my favorite Spider-Man movie. But hey, it's a really good movie. Seriously. At least some of you guys have to have watched it. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, you at least have to watch one of the movies, or just at least know who he is. Next, is Spider-Man 2, which is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. That is the movie that got me into loving Spider-Man. Obviously, I named my channel after Spider-Man, and my icon is Spider-Man. So, yeah. The third movie, it was alright, it could have been worse. My least favorite things from that movie was that, they screw up Venom, Emo Peter, Dancing Peter. It wasn't really, it was garbage, really. But, let's see if I can get this. I think, there we go. And then the Andrew Garfield series, the reboot. I thought really they would end the Spider-Man series, but no, they just want to continue it. So, the Amazing Spider-Man, it was okay, it was pretty good, okay? Let me just say that out top. It was good, okay? But the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was complete shit. Seriously, what the fuck made decided to make that, to do those ideas? Seriously, it's Spider-Man 3, but it's a lot worse. Seriously. And I blame you, Abby, for ruining it. But anyways, now let's talk about Spider-Man: Homecoming. Spider-Man: Homecoming is the 16th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And to be honest, I think it is pretty. This movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming, is my new favorite Spider-Man movie. Let's go over, first off, what I think of the performances of the cast. So, I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He was great in Civil War. I really did like, Tom Holland in Civil War, even though they didn't give him a lot of screen time. But obviously, we knew there has to be a new Spider-Man movie. So yeah, Tom Holland, he's great he is great as Spider-Man. He's the best Spider-Man we have today. And he grabs the best of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and he makes one great Spider-Man too. I really like it how, those scenes, to be honest, he's really kind of not that your typical Spider-Man who goes out there, fights crime, he's kind of saves the day. He mistaken someone for robbing like a car almost, and and he tries to stop, he tries to stop the Vulture's henchman at first, which, he completely kind of screws it up, Other performances, such as Michael Keaton as the Vulture, he's the best Marvel villain to date. He's out of all the villains that have come out, I meant Loki. Let's see who else. Loki, Ultron, Ego, and the Vulture are the best villains in the MCU. I mean, like, he has a really great story arc. I mean, like, he's just, he's like trying to. I mean, like, seriously, they like damage control. They shut down his business. I mean, damage control. They shut down his business. I mean, he was trying to clean up after the wreck, after the Battle of New York, and they completely ruined it. And then he decided to take a life of crime so he can feed his family. I mean, like, in the end, he did face consequences. And here's just a little spoiler alert. He, I mean, like, I like Michael Keaton a lot as the Vulture. All the other characters, I thought, Liz, she was pretty good, I meant, like, I don't really see, I mean, like, she was a pretty good, interesting new love interest, Ned, as Peter Parker's new friend. It's different, I mean, it's a new, what I like this movie is about, it's a new Spider-Man, I mean, like, new characters. I mean, like, there are some old characters, like, Aunt May, but we'll get into Aunt May pretty much later. But I did like Ned, I mean, like, he's, like, completely different than Harry Osborn, Usually that's Peter Parker's best friend, but they did really something different here. I don't even know he exists in this universe. He probably does, but we just haven't seen him. Next up we have, who else? I should mention Zendaya, who plays a character named Michelle, and to be honest, she really is, she's alright, but, let me rethink that thought. She was good, but, I think that she really kind of isn't all that interesting, really, but, I mean, really, she just well, she kind of hangs out with Peter and, like, Ned all the time, but you know what, I should change my thoughts on that. I thought she was pretty good, and I won't reveal her real character's name. And Flash Thompson, me and another friend of mine, we discussed how, Flash Thompson is supposed to be like that. He's supposed to be, like, this big, muscular, either blonde guy, who, like, plays, like football, Instead, they made him this guy. I don't even know the actor's name who plays him, but I don't think they really chose a perfect choice, but it would be good. I mean, like, hey, it's good that I'm pretty sure we'll get more Flash Thompson in this Spider-Man universe as in the other ones. I mean, in the other movies, they made him like that, but in this one, they didn't really do all that good. And Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, she's pretty good too. Like her performance, and Tony Stark and Happy Hogan are in this movie. I mean, Robert Downey Jr., obviously he does make a good Iron Man. Jon Favreau returns to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just dive into spoilers. So yeah, the plot is really about how Adrian Toomes, the Vulture, and his friends are trying to clean up after New York, and then damage control comes in, and then they just like take over the project, and Vulture takes all the scrap metals, all the alien tech from the alien invasion from the Avengers, and he turns into the Vulture's suit. And meanwhile, Spider-Man, there's like a little scene in the beginning of the movie where he like records the entire events of Civil War. I mean, like, if you've seen Captain America Civil War, you mean like those scenes are in this movie too. Like Spider-Man filmed his point of perspective of the Avengers battle, And let's see, what else? Oh yeah. There is a plot twist, and that is that Liz Allen, who is kind of a love interest for Peter Parker in this movie, is is like okay, her father is the Vulture. Yeah, that was a pretty good plot twist, and I kind of like it how like the Vulture's like, hey, if you listen to, hey, you may say my daughter, but hey, if you get my operation, I'll kill you. You know, and there's a really, I think, powerful moment in this movie where Spider-Man is under this huge layer of like rubble, you know, of a roof, and like, you know, he tries to get up, and it was a really powerful moment. It kind of reminds me of how there was a moment in the comic where he kind of did that, where he kind of escaped, and that was like a really one of Spider-Man's strongest moments. And one of Spider-Man's strongest moments is really when he stopped the train in Spider-Man 2, okay? And there are a lot of references to the comics in the comics in this movie. Like, for instance, there's a villain named Scorpion in the Spider-Man universe, and he is in this movie, but he doesn't appear as Scorpion. But he may be the next villain in the next Spider-Man movie, and there is going to be a sequel, always. And just to address some people who want to watch Spider-Man Homecoming, it's kind of different. Well, for instance, there's this one scene where Ned is trying to help Spider-Man with, you know, with the computer and such, and his teacher comes in and saying, "What are you doing here? There's like a homecoming going on," and he says, "Watching the PORN word." I kind of wanted to laugh so loud, and what was really funny was a kid and a mom ran out of the theater, and for the theater experience, I was put in a really small theater. I meant, like, me and my dad, we had to sit in the front. I mean, like, so we had to, like look up, you know, like, we had to look up, you know, like, you know, really close, since it was so crowded. But, yeah, yeah, just to address that, just up top, really. And for the end credit scenes, I mean, like, it does show, it does show the Vulture being put in prison, and then there's Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, right there. That's the Scorpion's real name. And I kind of like it how like he doesn't how the Vulture doesn't give Spider-Man's identity away, because he does know Spider-Man's identity in this movie. How many times does the villain know? How many times in the Spider-Man movies does the villain know his identity? That's for a lot of Marvel movies. I mean, like, everyone knows who Captain America is, Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, you know, whatever. But yeah, and the end credit scenes at the end. If you guys really don't know, this is one Marvel movie I'm really excited for, and that is Avengers: Infinity War. We really want that scene. We really want, like, them to show that scene, but it obviously ended with, like, Captain America saying, you know, patience, and you just waited here for nothing, you know. And I actually yelled at the theater saying, "Show us something for Infinity War," you know. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this movie review, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.